Hey man, what you doing? Nothing much. Just looking up old tweets and old videos on celebrities trying to get them canceled. Canceled? Yeah, it's when you jeopardize the livelihood and reputation of someone based on something they did in the past. Oh, why? I'm part of the most toxic community on the internet. It's what we do. Okay. Yup, you have to hold people accountable for the things that they've done in the past, regardless of who they were today. You see, we don't judge people for who they are now. We judge them for who they were. I see. Honestly, to cancel someone, it doesn't even have to be over something that they did in the past. It could be something that they did today. Or what we think they might do in the future. Hell, nowadays, you don't even have to do anything to get canceled. We'll cancel you. Oh, really? That's the beautiful thing with cancel culture. I mean, we don't follow logic or facts. We follow the herd. So what do y'all get out of this? I don't know. But sometimes we bully people into apologizing in the internet just to say that their apology wasn't sincere. It's great. Wow, that's really sad. I mean, that's just sad. Cancel culture. If I were to ask someone to characterize my generation, they'd most likely come up with answers like TikTok or Instagram. Social media constitutes the center of our world, and it's from the dark depths of this virtual landscape from which the negative force of cancel culture has emerged. This phenomenon has fundamentally changed the mechanisms of public accountability. While some may argue that it's a necessary instrument for social justice, I contend that it stifles free expression and cultivates an environment of apprehension. Cancel culture refers to the practice of withdrawing support from public figures or entities by canceling them predominantly through social media following perceived transgressions. So basically, anything anyone says they find mildly irritating. What began as a way to hold people accountable for genuine bigotry has now spiraled into something else entirely. Nowadays, we're quick to organize a total ostracism, often over minor or confusing offenses. The crucial line between holding someone responsible and simply destroying them has all but vanished. Social media platforms are instrumental to this dynamic. The ability to share information this quickly is in fact a double-edged sword. It gives a megaphone to the marginalized and forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. But it could also whip up an online frenzy, where someone is tried and convicted by the court of public opinion based on fragments of facts. There's often no room for context, forgiveness, or the simple idea that people can change. The consequences for public discourse are profound. The persuasive fear of being canceled leads to self-censorship, stifling of the open dialogue, and lack of diversity of thought, which, by the way, is essential for a healthy civilization. In our haste to react, we often sacrifice nuanced discussion for the sake of sensationalism. So how do we address this? How do we establish a necessary equilibrium? I believe that the solution is not to abandon social media, but to consciously reform our engagement with it. I propose a straightforward methodology. BBC. Bethink before correcting. Before you post, just stop and ask yourself, does this issue really warrant a public correction? Does this really constitute genuine harm? If it does, then sure, action may be necessary. But if it's merely a minor irritation or a different opinion, the most constructive response is often just to scroll. Ostracizing someone for a trivial matter is never justified by the critical damage inflicted on their career and mental well-being. So to sum up everything that has been stated so far, I believe that we must cultivate a culture that values both accountability and compassion. We must hold people responsible for harmful actions, while also fostering an environment that encourages growth and understanding. By choosing to contemplate before we correct, we can harness the power of social media for real positive change, while preserving the robust and inclusive public discourse that we were meant to have. Thank you for watching.